Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
Butterfly,
Firefly, what's going on?
let's go down another rabbit hole.
Let's.
You know, Joe Rogan poo-poos on the term, but I still
I
like to go
know.
down them even more so
I
now that
know.
he says that.
Now we really gotta keep
To stick it to
we
him.
gotta stick it to him with the rabbit holes because I think he's trying to discredit the whole idea of rabbit holes. That's what it sounds like.
Well,
And
you
he's got
kind
a
of
big following.
you think maybe I have maybe delusions of grandeur, but I think we're rippling through.
I think so.
I think we're rippling through, and I think Joe Rogan might be responding to us. Now, maybe that's delusions of grandeur, but I think he is because you know what? We just kind of call him directly out
I
because
know.
he's where you go hang out and talk about nothing
For 2 hours.
for nothing.
I know.
So, what we're going to talk
And
about today is not nothing.
he's like, oh, Firefly and Butterfly are going down rabbit holes again. He's like, oh,
Well, because you know what we're going to prove is we're going to take over the zeitgeist from Joe Rogan, and we're going to prove that he's lame and we're cool.
yeah,
And he doesn't like that.
no,
Yeah, nobody likes that,
no.
but it's true. So, anyways, we're going to talk today because there was kind of it was a movement, but
Yeah.
it was kind of a movement like you have in the bathroom. It was-
Well,
So, what's the movement?
well, I think the walkers were activated
They were.
for the
There
weekend.
was a lot of them.
There's so many. Oh my gosh. It was scary. They were like cockroaches.
They were out in
They were
force.
activated.
So it's no kings.
hmm
No kings.
That was their whole thing. No kings.
Because it didn't look like Biden was a dictator when he had that red backdrop and he was telling us, okay, we're losing our patience. Get the shots and shut up.
He didn't look like a dictator
That
at
wasn't
all.
a dictator at all. Yeah. So no, but Trump's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So what we're asking today is the No Kings movement Jonestown.
Tam.
Jonestown.
You totally had that idea. It was so clever because
Well,
it totally seems that
it
way.
did. Like well, because I had to drive through them.
Oh,
They were so I had to go get my daughter a smoothie right in amongst them.
oh.
And I even missed the light because they were
You went to the belly of the beast.
yeah. I kind of felt like in the beginning of The Walking Dead when the main guy he gets like surrounded by him, he has to hide in the car. Like that's kind of how I felt. So what I noticed was they are out in force and they all have Mockingbird, what's it called? Operation Mockingbird media talking points.
Yeah.
That's what all their signs were.
Interesting. So they're
So
parroting the Mockingbird media.
that's right.
We need to kind of unpack the Mockingbird thing a little bit too.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because so we've talked about Project Bluebeam
Yep.
and we've talked about MK Ultra, but we haven't talked about
Project
Operation Mockingbird. We
Maybe
even talked about Operation Warp
I
Speed
know.
was a CIA
It
operative.
was. Maybe we need to do a whole episode on Mockingbird, but we can kind of just give a let's do a little synopsis, right?
Tell me
In
what
case
you
people
know,
don't.
because you have a good idea of what Operation Mockingbird was. Tell me how it was rolled out during Cooties.
Well, what it is it's the media, like all the news, the talking heads, basically just repeating the same message over and over, and the exact same talking points and the exact same message on every channel. Like,
Yeah.
and they're basically just mocking us, I think.
Remember
You know.
remember the video where they would have like the montage and it would
Yeah.
show all the different talking heads across the whole screen. So now
Yeah.
there's like 30 talking heads and they're all saying not like the same idea, the exact
Exact
same
same thing.
words.
Yeah. Like it
So
was on a script.
so I think Satan goes,
Satan hands him the script.
yeah, Satan goes like this, because Satan goes, no, 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 no. It's important that you use these specific words.
Mhm.
Don't deviate from the script
Yeah.
at all.
It's got to sound exactly the same.
Like one of the words that they'll use if a story's a big story, they'll go bombshell,
Yeah.
and they'll say the word bombshell
Yeah.
because
And it's always breaking news.
breaking news, bombshell. So, because Satan's been working with the Tavistock Institute since 1905, and
Bombshell was like a hot chick from the 50s.
it's that too. So they found out maybe that's why they found out
Extra attention.
it's charged. That's charged words. So they use these specific words, and the walkers go. So everybody in the No Kings movement is completely controlled by the media the same way that people who got the pokies and the mask are completely controlled by the media. So when you're completely controlled by the media, you're drinking Kool-Aid. And where do people go drink Kool-Aid? At Jonestown.
Yeah.
That's where they do.
That's where they served the really potent Kool-Aid.
So you have,
You know.
like, have we talked about Jonestown? Have we unpacked it?
No, I think we're going to do a whole episode on that
We
too.
need to. So
Yeah.
the dynamics of Jonestown are interesting if you look at it as a microcosm for what's kind of going on. So, you know how we kind of talked about Scientology is a cult, but it kind of the dynamics of Scientology kind of pertain to American society.
Right.
Well, the dynamics of Jonestown kind of pertain to American society.
Totally.
So, what happened with Jonestown is Jim Jones, back in the 70s, he started a cult. And
A culture club.
he started, well, it was a cult. The cult cheer club, yeah, I guess he could. But I don't know if he was part of the culture club. He was kind of like his own, kind of like
He was his own culture club.
he was his own culture club. But like, I don't know if he was probably aligned with Satan. Satan was going, good, good, good. No,
Yeah.
you're going to be a
For
microcosm.
sure he was.
Yeah. So Satan used him.
Yeah.
But so what happened is they go down to French Guiana, which is a country in South America.
Mhm.
And in the middle of nowhere, he somehow got the funds. He procured this huge compound, and there was nearly 1,000 people there.
Mm.
So it was a pretty big culture club.
Yeah.
1,000 people is nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah.
So they would drink Kool-Aid every single day. Obviously, it wasn't poisoned every day,
Right.
but it was conditioning. So every day they would all line up and go drink Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is a metaphor for lies.
Right.
So they would go and every day get their daily dose of lies. But then what happened is there was a senator who flew down there and went to the compound and said, if anybody wants to get out of here and you're feeling like you're here against your will, we can go right now. And they started to make their way to the tarmac, and Jim Jones like killed them all.
God.
He was like, no, no,
You're not leaving.
you do not leave.
You can check in, but you won't check out.
It's Hotel California. It's Hotel California. So, anyways, so I think that's kind of the way it is with CNN and MSNBC.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're in their bubble, they don't want you to leave.
No.
They're going to get mad if you try to leave.
And I think it's really hard for a lot of people. I think they become so brainwashed that they can't leave.
Well, so remember, I don't know. Did you ever watch that documentary on Jonestown? I watched it and I sent it to you, but you might not have had time to watch it. But there was a whole documentary where they talked about it, and it was like testimonials from people who were there that are alive now.
Wow.
Not everybody died. Some of the people escaped.
So, but what happened in the end? Didn't they all get poisoned Kool-Aid?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the people, so some of the walkers, so being in a cult is a walker behavior.
Totally.
So what
You're
happened
just
is
gonna follow blindly.
you follow blindly.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is the senator comes down and goes, are you being kept here against your will? You don't have to stay here. If you want to leave the cult, you can leave with me right now. And some of the walkers went, And so a couple of them went, you know what? Yeah. Because at this point, Jim Jones's rhetoric was kind of along the lines of um, the entire human race is crazy and we're the only ones that are sane. And we need to never, ever talk to your family and your friends again. They're all crazy. We are all you have now. So some of the people were like, good, yes, chemotap. But then there was other ones that were going, and then so the senator kind of planted the seed of doubt. And so like 14 of them tried to leave, but then they got killed. So then when Jim Jones had to go kill them on the tarmac, then he went and he had them all meet up and he goes, now, do you see how horrible they are? The only thing that we can do is we have to kill ourselves because we can't be here on this world anymore. They're just too horrible. They're going to come kill us. So everybody get in line and come drink the Kool-Aid, but this time it's got poison. And he told them there's cyanide in it, and they went and they drank it
That's
and they died.
insane.
So they committed suicide because he told them to. How does that pertain to what's going on today? The media is Jim Jones. The media is Jim Jones, and he's given the
He's like,
media's,
come with me. I've got your Kool-Aid.
and eventually that Kool-Aid's going to lead to their death,
Hmm.
and they know it. And so the No Kings movement is all Kool-Aid.
Totally.
It's all Kool-Aid. Now, the thing that's kind of interesting about the conundrum of it is you and I don't like Trump. So we could actually conceivably go down there and kind of agree with those people.
Well,
Like, yeah, I don't like Trump either, but they're drinking Kool-Aid.
yeah. Well, and I think maybe we don't like him for other reasons. Like
Yeah.
so their whole theory, I guess, is that they think Trump is trying to be like a king and be a tyrant.
Hmm.
Okay. But it's ironic because they don't seem to see the parallels in like that Biden wasn't trying to do that very same thing. They
Right.
don't see that. And
Like, remember that one time when Biden had the red backdrop
yeah,
behind him?
totally.
What was he saying?
Well, he was like talking about everybody go get your pokebug. I've run out of patience. And he looked
I
like
ran out
Satan.
of patience.
He
Yeah.
looked like Satan. And he was like, there was no, it's also ironic too that now they're all like in this whole mindset of like, we believe in the Constitution and we believe in freedom of speech. But like back then, like a few years ago, they didn't want freedom of speech. They didn't want people talking about like any like, other side to the issue of like the pokey pokes and stuff like that. And they were totally doing things that were going against the Constitution. But now they're all for it. It's like whatever the argument is that supports their point at the time is the way that they're going to talk.
Blue-pilled people can contradict
They
themselves.
contradict themselves all the time.
Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger during Cooties? What did he come out and say? Screw your freedom.
Yeah,
Screw your
right.
freedom. So he's Culture Club.
Yeah,
So the Culture Club doesn't care about your freedom,
no.
but they're out there saying, "Oh, we're protecting the Constitution."
Yeah, and they didn't want to protect it before. It's funny. I was telling you how I was listening to the radio and I didn't even know this whole thing was like a thing, but you told me about like the traffic jam that you had to go through. And then I turned on the radio and I heard like this is happening in like all the cities around
Yeah.
around the country. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And the radio guy like interviewed some bystander or some guy that was there and he was like, yeah, there's just so much violence in the country, and that's why we're here. Because there's just so much violence. And the radio guy was like, and you think this is because of Trump? And he was like, oh, 100%. This is from Trump. Yeah. And I thought that was really weird too,
You
because
know what they do? They go,
they go, Trump's causing violence.
they go, well, that person's being violent because of Trump.
Right.
No, that person's being violent because that person's violent, and that person's probably MK Ultra activated.
Exactly. And like we've talked about before, um, we think both sides are bad, but what seems to be very apparent is that the violent side is always the liberal side.
Yeah.
It's always the liberal side. They, even though are supposedly the party of human rights, they're all about like killing babies and being violent to make their point. Whereas the conservatives usually have to like sort of keep this Christian type of like
They're hippo Christians.
they're hypocritians.
So they always have to have like the Christian ethos. So they can't come out and openly be violent because that would contradict their Christian ethos.
Right. So it really is actually the liberals that usually resort to violence. So I thought that was ironic and interesting that that guy was like, "Oh, it's all violence because of Trump."
Oh,
And
I had epiphany,
you know
epiphany,
what?
epiphany. Do you remember when I did that controlled opposition episode and I listened to Salty Cracker?
Yeah.
So what was Salty Cracker saying in the wake of the Charlie Kirk shooting? He was like, dude, we're at war with the satanic left now. It's war. So I
Yeah.
noticed that they're drinking Kool-Aid too. So Jonestown is kind of split into two different groups.
Yes.
They're all drinking the same Kool-Aid, and Satan is Jim Jones for
Right.
both of them. But the left, they're like, we need to be violent. Trump's a king.
Yeah.
The right is like the satanic left is out of control. They just killed Charlie Kirk, and then Trump, thank God he's a clean bleeder.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about this on another episode. They both sides are really after the same goal, which is to have us under 24/7 constant surveillance and digital currency and keep us trapped into a digital like world. Um,
Yes.
but they
And then ultimately exterminate us.
ultimate, yeah, but they have to market it to each side differently. So they
Yes.
have to market
That's what it is.
their whole idea a little bit differently to the left than they do to the right. So that's what's going on.
And what is marketing? I mean, you and I have both done marketing.
Yeah,
Marketing, all sales is suggestion.
yeah.
You want to buy this? It's not pushing anything on you. It's it's like selling you.
But you have to appeal to your customer.
You appeal
So
to them.
maybe the liberals are drinking grape Kool-Aid and the conservatives are drinking cherry Kool-Aid, but ultimately it's all from the same vat.
It's
It's
all
just a different color.
like so when someone is selling you a restaurant,
Mm.
they're saying you're hungry and we got killer food for you. The media sells differently. Satan goes, you're scared and I can help you. That's what the media does. So restaurants going, you hungry? Here, I got good food. Satan goes, you're afraid? Here, here, here. So that's what's going on with the conservatives and the liberals. Because, like we said, if you gave everybody sodium pentothal and said, are you terrified every day? They'd be like, yes. And then also, what do we know about walkers?
They're followers.
They're followers. So whether they're on the conservative or the liberal, they're the type of people who you ask them a question like, do you think Charlie Kirk is still alive? Maybe he's in Antarctica and he's part of some witness protection program and that was all script. And then they go, hold on, let me see what my talking points are from my media bubble and then I'll get back to you. They don't answer that question on their own.
No.
So that's why all of this is a manipulation. And this is what I think. All those people, they're going to get what's coming to them. It's not going to work out good for them. If you get duped and then you start drinking Kool-Aid, what happened at Jonestown? They all died.
Yeah.
They all died.
Well, I think we've mentioned this a few times too. Like, the media is leading you to your demise.
The media is
You
leading you to your
know?
demise. So all those people are like rats. All those
Mhm.
people at the No Kings movement. And I think I saw one of the articles like 7 million people all across the country.
Yeah.
So how do they come up with that? It's kind of like a 40 million year old bone. It's like 7 million.
Yeah, totally.
But
We counted them. We took a head count.
ooh, did you ever see that thing about 6 million people from that country from 1948 during Germany?
Oh, yeah.
And so
Totally.
it was weird how, if you look back at newspaper clippings going back even into the 1800s, it was 6 million people from that country from 1948 kind of was used as a trope
Mhm.
over and over again.
Yeah, they just, like, came up with that number.
They came up with that number.
And I heard that, that was more than they even had in that area at the time. Like it was
Yeah.
more, you know what I mean? So it kind of didn't really, the math didn't maths.
Well, you know how we were talking, weren't we just talking about how some words, like the Mockingbird media, will use bombshell,
Yeah,
and it's like bombshell is like a key word.
it's a trigger.
What if 6 million is like a trigger? What
Ooh,
if, because these
what
guys,
if that's like a pinch?
that's a
Like
pinch.
Sirhan got pinched.
Yeah,
I think a lot of these people are getting pinched by certain keywords from the
keywords.
media.
That's what I think
You
it
know what I
is.
mean?
That's
So
crazy.
they're like, no kings. Maybe this is a trigger, like pinch for these people. No kings.
Well,
You
I
know,
heard somebody talking about the linguistic significance of Black Lives Matter. So whenever you say those three words together,
it
that's
triggers.
it's in it, they all have certain significance. So I think they've studied the human mind a lot,
Oh yeah.
and they've kind of realized that that's why Satan, when he's talking to the Mockingbird media, there he doesn't say basically this. No, he
No,
says
no. He gives them a script and you say it verbatim.
verbatim.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that they say it
Yeah.
verbatim because words have the ability to put you into a spell.
Well, when people get hypnotized, they do, it's repetitious what they say. And I think that's the importance of it too. They have to be repetitious and say the exact same thing so that people hear it over and over in the same exact way.
So what if all those people in the No Kings movement, they've all been triggered by specific words
Mhm.
that cause them to literally go out to the street. And what if the No Kings movement was just an experiment that the Culture
To
Club is
see how
doing?
many people, well, you
Because next thing they're going to do, they're going, okay, good, good, good. So Satan's watching and he's
yeah,
going, good, good, good. Look at, they all
look at
went
the
out to the
turnout.
street. Good, good, good. And they're like kind of mindlessly crossing against the light and making it so people can't drive. Good, good, good. So, and look at all their signs. All of their signs are just our talking points.
Yeah.
So they're not thinking for themselves at all. This is good, good, good. So I think Satan's going, good. So now we almost kind of have an army that we can weaponize.
Yeah. They're like drones.
They're not that hard to beat up because they're
No.
all kind of fat and tattooed, but they're if you get outnumbered by them, they can be
I
dangerous.
know. And you said that the sheer number was just like frightening.
It was a little disconcerting.
Yeah.
I went because I had to get the smoothie, and you know the intersection where they go.
Yeah.
That intersection was
It's a
crawling
big,
with walkers.
that's a big
It's a
intersection.
big
We're
intersection.
talking like 5 lanes down that one road, right? And
I was trying to
three on the other.
guesstimate that
It's almost like a freeway.
yeah, it's a huge intersection. I was trying to guesstimate. I think there was 10,000 people there.
Really?
10,000.
Are you kidding me? So
Yeah.
maybe they were right with their 7 million.
Because I went into that parking lot, that big shopping center,
Yeah.
and there was not one parking spot there.
Mm.
There was no parking spots at the next place. There was none in any of the neighborhoods. They were everywhere. So there's something going on, and I think it might be because people aren't sitting down watching CNN and MSNBC only.
Mhm.
I think there's so CNN and MSNBC is for the people who are kind of our age who still watch TV and listen to the radio
Mhm.
because I think we do. But there was a lot of young
I
people out
think
there.
it's for, I think that older people like to watch CNN.
So
That's
there's
like a boomer
boomers.
audience, I think.
And my mom,
Yeah.
my mom was even saying there were so many ladies my age, and we just went out and we all connected our hatred for Trump.
Oh
Which
God.
okay,
Your
mom, that's
mom.
fine. I love you, but God, you're so drunk.
So your mom was at one of these rallies?
In San Francisco,
Oh my
they
God.
had a big one up
That's like
there.
the epicenter.
Yeah, and she was like, just totally reveling in how
She
many
loved.
there was boomer women. So like your
Just,
mom could have totally been out there with
oh
them.
my God.
So this is the thing. I think that they have specific keywords that trigger the boomers,
Yes.
but then on X and some of these other
Oh
like social
yeah,
media
totally.
platforms,
They
they have
have other trigger words.
different trigger words for
Yeah.
millennials.
Yeah.
Because millennials are out there too.
Yeah.
And they've got blue hairs and tattoos.
Well, so you know what I thought was kind of ironic and weird, and I told you about this. this whole movement is called No Kings.
No
And they're
kings.
against, like, they don't want a king. But yet I said, I bet a lot of these people are really enthralled with like the whole royalty thing that happens in England. Like they're probably all into like Meghan Markle and like, Prince
Oh,
Harry
that's
and
right.
you know what I mean? Like they
It's another hypocrisy.
yeah, they probably think that's like so cool, that like Prince William
Yeah.
and Kate, like, oh, isn't it glamorous? And they think that's probably really
So
cool.
they would get mad at you if you went up to them and you said, "No kings, huh? Okay, so
We should get rid of like
so we should get rid of all royalty. So in England, they should not have kings." They're like, well, no, in there it's okay,
yeah,
but not here.
yeah.
But why not? Why not here? Well, and if you ask them, if you try to drill down on why Trump is a king, they're only going to have their see. They don't actually think for
No,
themselves.
so they can't actually like debate an argument for that.
No, they would get mad if I went out there and started like probing and
Hmm.
asking questions. They'd be like, "Why don't you just get out of here?"
Hmm.
So, anyways, it's kind of like Kool-Aid. I was thinking No Kings is kind of like you ever play Go Fish?
Yeah,
And you go, "You have any kings?" No kings, go fish. That's kind of what it is.
totally.
No kings is like maybe the name of the movement is a trigger for them.
I think it is.
No.
That's what I was thinking. That name. I think when they hear that, it's like, oh, they get activated.
No kings, and they can get mad just
Yeah,
by those two
yeah.
words.
Because I've seen like posters in people's windows and stuff, no kings, and
They're gonna add that now.
they're gonna put that at the bottom of the Black Lives
So
Matter
it's Black
poster.
Lives Matter. One of the other ones.
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
rainbow, and pedo flags, and then no kings. In fact, you know what? I have a friend who has like those other posters all hanging in her window. I'm gonna walk by her house later today and see if she's got no kings because she probably does.
She's adding that to the
She's
bottom.
gonna add that
You
to
know,
her repertoire.
I I saw a guy's car at the driving range the other day, and it had a Ukraine flag on it. And I was going, what is that guy? See, that's again kind of a mockingbird media kind of a thing to do.
Totally, because they don't even know really why they're doing it. I don't think.
I don't even think they know where Ukraine
I
is.
don't think so
They
either.
and anything we've been told about Ukraine, I think is a lie.
Yeah, and
Remember
then
I told you about my daughter's friend who
yeah,
went
went
to
there
Ukraine and
and
then comes back as a boy?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think anything we've been told about Ukraine is a lie. I think the liberal world order, that's their playground.
Right. Well, and if you try to tell these people, like, oh, Ukraine is like full of all these bioweapons labs and they're doing all kinds of like crazy stuff, and Hunter Biden has like a lot of money invested in that stuff, they don't want to hear that or
Oh
consider
yeah,
that,
what was the name of it? Burisma. So
Yeah.
he's an energy consultant and he's making 150 grand a month.
And he's also an artist. He sells like
I'm an
really expensive
artist.
paintings
Dude,
while
for a
he's smoking
crackhead,
crack.
he's got a lot of
He's
capacities.
got a very big resume.
Dude, he's a consultant for an energy company,
How does
so
he do that?
he
What
must
was
have a real grasp of the industry.
what was his like degree?
Qualifications.
Yeah, what are his
Well, the
qualifications?
qualifications were
I was like,
the big guy.
I could just go be like some big engineer for some
Why
like
do you call Joe Biden the big guy? Because I've seen Joe Biden with no clothes on, and he's not a big guy.
yeah, it's
He's not the big guy. Dude, oh my
Hmm.
God. Anyways, so I think what we're talking about is the No Kings movement is Jonestown. I think we're not saying that the conservatives, because in the wake of Charlie Kirk, we saw that the conservative movement is a whole nother Jonestown.
Totally.
It's like another division of Jonestown.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So they kind of sit in the other side of the camp.
It's like they've got like two entrances. What you go through this entrance and you're on this side of
Oh my
just
God. And so Satan is Jim Jones.
hmm
And so I think what Satan's
Yeah.
doing is okay, so he's like, good, good, good. So here's my compound, and I serve Kool-Aid to the liberals over here, and I serve Kool-Aid to the conservatives over here. But what I really want to do is I kind of want to get them fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Because if we can get them fighting with each other, then I can impose martial law and just kind of like impose that you have to go to your 15-minute city and die now.
Yeah, and you have to be under surveillance.
yeah, we got Palantir, so now, I mean,
We're putting that in for your safety.
it's for your safety. We need to know what's going on because look at how violent the left
And
is.
if we put this surveillance in for your safety, then like everybody's going to be really well behaved, right?
Have you seen this thing with, yeah, have you seen, that's what Larry Ellison was saying.
Yeah,
Larry Ellison was like, dude, the future, everyone's going to be super well behaved
really well behaved.
because you're going to be watched everywhere
And
you go.
the walkers are like, oh yeah, good idea.
I think that sounds like a great idea. Peter Thiel is he's doing these private lecture tours about defeating the Antichrist.
Hmm,
And so
it's interesting.
he's been touring around the world with his elites. So what he does is he goes and gives these. So I guess Peter Thiel in the Culture Club, his role in the Culture Club is he's the spokesman.
Oh,
So
right.
he's one of the spokespeople.
Yeah,
So what he does,
because Satan can't be everywhere all at once.
well,
He's
Satan
got
wears
to,
him as a suit.
he has, yeah, he's got to have spokespeople.
Yeah. So I think like Peter Thiel had his evil dials modified so they go up to 15. So his evil dials go up to 15.
Yeah.
So Satan goes, good, good, good. Well, you're inner sanctum. I know Elon's jealous, but you're inner sanctum. So because he's inner sanctum, it's weird. So he goes and gives these private lectures to groups of elites. And the nature of these private lectures that he's giving is defeating the Antichrist. So
Interesting.
these people are not atheists.
Hmm.
They're not.
You don't think so?
No.
Hmm.
They believe in Satan.
Oh,
They believe in God
Satan is
and they
their
believe in Satan. And Satan is their God.
Satan is their God.
Satan is their God.
Yeah.
So they believe in the book of Revelation, but they believe that the book of Revelation can be avoided because what do these people want to do? They don't want to die because we talked about this, like in the movie Wolfman, where uh what was his name, the young guy? There was Anthony Hopkins was the dad, but then
I don't know who the actor was.
you know who I'm talking about though. Benicio.
Benicio del Toro.
Yes.
Del Toro.
So Benicio del Toro asks Anthony Hopkins, he goes, well, you became the Wolfman and you knew you were going to be murdering people. Why didn't you just kill yourself? And he goes, well, when you know that you're damned, you want to stay alive as long as possible. So I think that's what Peter Thiel's kind of doing. He's like, well, we got to get rid of this whole idea of the Antichrist because that could be the end of our lives, according to the Bible. And I don't want to die because that means I go to hell. So I got to stay alive as long as possible. So I think there's a very real push by the Culture Club to get life extension technologies and stay here as long as possible.
Just for them though.
Just for them.
They want the rest of us to kick the
Yeah.
bucket.
And I think maybe, epiphany. Why do they want us to kick the bucket? Because the the culture club kind of mentality is that Gaia, remember Gaia? Who's Gaia? Gaia is the earth. So they personify the earth as this like woman. And the human race is a virus that's making Gaia sick.
Oh boy.
So they need the earth because they need to live here
Right.
forever.
And there's too many of us.
And we're a virus that's threatening Gaia.
Yeah.
I think that might be.
That is a really profound point.
You
I
know?
think you're right.
So Satan is he's got a big plan.
Yeah.
He's got a master plan.
Right.
Now, when you see the No Kings movement, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. And look at how many people are just, you know what I bet? I bet if you gave sodium pentothal to all those people, what percentage of the people in the No Kings movement took the pokey poke?
Oh my God. 95%, I
You think
bet.
so?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that
Because
the behavior of going to get the pokey based on the media telling you to do it
yeah,
makes you are on Jonestown.
you're totally well, I think there's also stuff in those pokey pokes that make you more susceptible to being, more of a follower. You know what I mean?
So
You're being controlled.
you were already a follower to go get the pokey.
Yeah, but now
Now they have more stuff.
maybe not only are you a follower, but you're programmable. I think you're
What was that
programmable.
one thing that remember? Because you and I were basically like scientists during the cooties.
Yeah,
We would do deep dive
I
scientific
think I got
research.
like my PhD during that whole time
You were
and
so
my
smart.
medical degree.
You would send me stuff, and I'd be like, "Dude, butterfly, this is deep." You know, you'd be like, "Check out this chief technology officer, and he's going into the spike protein," and like, and I'm like, "Dude, butterfly, here's ugly." But remember, there was one, and it was talking about how the pineal gland.
Yeah.
What did they talk about the pineal gland? They were saying the pokies have a chemical in it, and the fluoride in the water has a similar
Mm,
thing
mm,
where you get disconnected from God
mm,
chemically.
mm.
I'm wondering if maybe that could be the
I
case.
think that's what they want.
Because did you ever see that video that surfaced from like 2005 and it was Bill Gates and he was talking to a bunch of military contractors and he was like, "We do have a ship that we can give people that will completely it'll neutralize your faith in God."
Yeah, I remember that.
And
So
like,
creepy.
what? And he's like,
So
"Yeah."
they already had that shot in 2005, and I'm sure that was probably one of the ingredients in the Pokey Poke.
Well, that's what came out in Operation Warp Speed is that all the Pokies were already locked and loaded. Because remember, Anthony Fauci had emails going, "Come on, can we please kill these people?" And Satan was like, "Anthony, come on now. We have to do it at the right time." But we have them. I have the Pokies. They're all ready. And we can kill people with these. And he's like, "No, no, no.
They didn't kill enough with the whole AIDS thing.
Well, I know. Yeah, you killed beagles and kids. Isn't that enough? No, I want more death." Anthony Fauci just loves death.
It's gnarly.
Peter Thiel too. There's like, dude, we have lots of ways that we can murder people. We got to start implementing
These
these.
people are complete psychopaths.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right. What are they?
They're, well, they're psychopaths, but they train all their followers to be
Well, so
little mini megalomaniac psychopaths.
that's it. So they're megalomaniac psychopaths that believe that they can do things to like thwart the end times. That's a megalomania.
Hmm.
To think that you can like through your own intellect and hands like thwart like the biblical prophecies of the end times, I think that's a little bit of a megalomania.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? And then so they're megalomaniac, but they're also Satan turns them into psychopaths.
Hmm.
So all the people in the No Kings movement, they're all mini megalomaniac psychopath micromanagers.
Totally.
Because why are they out there is they want to micromanage.
Yeah.
They want more. They can't have anybody making decisions other than them.
Right.
When you go out to the island, you can't go, "Well, I'm just going to eradicate these weeds for you." No,
No.
we eradicate them the way that we eradicate them.
Yeah. And we tag the birds.
When the bird has a
He's
yeah,
bad.
he's invasive. We determine that. So that's another thing about the I was gonna say the Me Too movement because it's kind of I bet you the people who are out there at the No Kings they were all at the Me Too. What was it? Pussy
Oh
Hat.
yeah, for sure.
It's all that same
They've
thing.
got their No Kings t-shirts or hats in the same drawer as their pink crocheted
Yeah,
little double point hats too.
these are the people that they went COVID, 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 Ukraine. These are the same people.
Yeah.
So
And now they're like, no kings, no kings.
No Kings. So it's weird because you and I, like I said, we could go out there and we could be like all, "Oh yeah, no, Trump's bad," but they're gonna be like, yeah, but wait, no, I don't like you."
Yeah.
What's the white pill?
The white pill is, oh my gosh. Well, as always, don't go along with it.
Don't go along with
Don't
it.
go along with it.
I think the white pill always has to come back to the culture club is losing power. Our movement is gaining power day by day.
Right.
That's a one white pill that you can always take. But also, when I was looking at them, what I kind of got the feeling of is don't worry about them. because all they are is followers.
Right.
And all they're going to do is follow the money and the power. And that's all they're going to do because they are afraid, they're cowards. So they're just going to go wherever there's money and power. Once we become the zeitgeist, all those people are going to come to our movement
It's
because it's going
true.
to become abundantly clear. And you're going to go, but wait, that's going to be like contradicting everything that they've said. They don't care.
They contradict themselves all the time anyway. Yeah. So they won't have any problem just, completely flipping and contradicting whatever they're doing now. But yeah, I think that's such a good point. I was thinking when you were talking about like how many there were, um, how apparent it is that they're all followers. All those people are followers. And so like when you were asking how many do you think got the pokey pokes?
All of them
All
got
of them. They're all because it's a follower mentality to go do that and like not really probably even understand like the meaning behind it.
contradicting yourself is something where you kind of have principles to not be contradicting yourself.
Hmm.
You have to at least acknowledge that you're being hypocritical. Like, you know who does that is Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
He'll come out and
Totally.
completely contradict himself, like in the same breath.
Yeah.
Like one conversation, he's totally saying one thing and then contradicting himself. And his audience and him, they don't even bat an eye.
No. They're just like, "Oh yeah, okay. This is a really cool episode."
You have to see, I think that might be one of the reasons why I don't really get blue pilled is because if I feel like I'm contradicting myself, I stop and I go, well, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm contradicting myself here. So, and then you look at the root of it and you go, okay, that makes sense. These people aren't stopping and thinking, well, wait a second. So I want to vote back in. First of all, they're under the impression that they vote. You don't vote. No, there's no elections. We've got hijacked country, but they're under the impression. Well, we're going to vote more people in, like Lucinda Ardern down in
Oh
New
great.
Zealand.
Yeah.
So they love Lucinda. She's wonderful. Well, so no kings because kings are dictators, right? But Lucinda's like, if you would, just don't watch the sunset. We need you to go into your house and hang out
Yeah.
there.
She was a total tyrant.
So that's okay.
Yeah. It's
But
it's
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 some yeah.
it's okay everywhere else, and like whatever the media is telling them, they're going to go along with, even though it's completely hypocritical and doesn't make sense and contradicts what the very thing that they're saying they don't want. So they're saying they don't want a king, but yet they're the ones that are like voting for the people that really are the tyrant.
Like these, if you ask all those people, so you just go do a poll, and first of all, in order to show up at the thing, you got to take sodium pentothal, so you have to tell the truth. And you say, do you think that people who didn't take the pokies should not be allowed to fly or buy food? They'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, no, that's important.
Yeah.
So so that's okay, but Trump's a tyrant.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we now want to follow the Constitution,
yeah.
even though that doesn't follow the
And what?
Constitution.
I mean, I would. And okay, again, you guys all take sodium pentothal. Have you read the Constitution? How many of them?
None.
Do they even know what that document is? Probably not.
Probably not.
They don't. And then, okay, Constitution, good, good, good. Do I have free speech? Can I say anything I want about that country from 1948? Can I go out and can I tell people how bad the Pokies are?
You have free-ish speech. When it works for us, you have free speech.
So is
But
that constitutional?
when you're saying something we don't like, we don't want free
So
speech.
wait a second though. But wait, the Constitution. You guys are saying the Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. Because I saw a lot of signs out there that said that.
That's interesting.
So the First Amendment doesn't say free-ish speech.
No, it doesn't.
So, anyways, they contradict themselves because they drink Kool-Aid, they go where they're supposed to go, they get corralled.
You know what? Maybe the white pill is, I don't know. This might not be very nice, but it since they're kind of like in Jonestown, um, they're probably all going to be led to their eventual Kool-Aid drinking demise.
Well,
So we might not
you
really
know
have
what?
to worry about
I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person, but I've been noticing like 31-year-old girls in wheelchairs lately. and
It's weird.
people with like gnarly, debilitating conditions. I think the pokies
I've
were
been
gnarly.
I've been seeing like a lot of young people using canes and like in
Canes.
wheelchairs too. It's weird. It's weird.
Pokies are not good for you. There's a lot, and you might think, oh, well, nothing happened to me. Well, it's still in working its way.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got that spike protein. They can sexually transmit that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They got this.
It's like
They got this
it's
singles app.
AIDS.
Have you heard
It's
about this?
yeah.
It's the singles app.
Unvaxxed.
Unvaxxed.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think
can.
it's a great idea.
But what if she lies?
I know. Well, it's like the whole AIDS thing all over again, you know?
So can you? Because remember with AIDS, it was like because I'd go get the AIDS test and I like ask these probing questions because I don't know if you remember, but like in 1994 or 95, we were terrified of AIDS.
We were terrified.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
like holy shit. Like
Yeah.
when you were going to have sex, it was like life and death situation
Yeah, literally.
because you didn't know, they didn't tell us all. So I was like asking the probing. Then I was like, you know, well, what are the chances of me having it? And so the person administering the blood test back in 1995, I was taking it. And, back then, people weren't so toxic. You could talk to somebody in the medical industry and they were kind of cool still.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, she goes, well, what kind of sex are you having? And I was like, well, not enough, but heterosexual sex, do you guys do anal? And I'm like, no. Okay, well that's good because
Chances are
that
low.
no, because the nature of it is, she's not gonna have her fluids go into you through vaginal sex that much. So maybe it's the same with the pokies.
Yeah, it's probably
Like
like riskier for a woman.
like
It's
if
riskier for a
if
woman.
the dude blows inside and he's taking the shot, it's like have my spike protein, baby.
Yeah, here she. Well, yeah, I heard like during the whole pokey poke thing, I was hearing about people who like couples that like one of them didn't get it, and then the other one started having symptoms. So I
Do
think
you
I think they
believe
were
in
getting that
do you
through.
believe in shedding?
Yeah, I do.
Shedding's
I
gnarly.
do, and I think I've experienced issues from being around people because I had some of those weird
What are the
symptoms.
issues?
Um, I experienced some weird side effects that I
No
should
way.
not have had after being around pokey poked people.
So you can shed. That
Hmm.
is so weird.
Well, you know what?
So they spit on you? Is that how
Sh-
you shed?
shedding, they say even just, I think,
Breathing?
breathing, but you know what? Shedding is actually a real documented thing because they tell people, um, like, if you go to like the children's hospital or something, you're not supposed to go in there if you've recently had any kind of pokey poke because those people in there are immune compromised. And they say that if you've had any kind of pokey poke, you could be shedding, whatever it is. So they've known this for a long time that when you get any kind of pokey poke, whatever is in that can be shedded onto people around you.
Oh my God, I had an
And
epiphany. Go ahead, finish your point.
and remember I talked about that one friend who said that her little baby girl, she got the chicken pox poke. And a few days later, the mom got the chicken pox. So that's kind of proof right there.
Interesting. So
Hmm.
she shed
She
chicken pox on her.
shedded that from her vaccine.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's so
it's
gross.
gross. What's your epiphany?
What if you go to the event and you're trying to be a loving person who loves your neighbor, and so you say, I'm active, I want to go and find out what's going on here, and you go to the event and you just start asking questions, but then they all shed on you and then you become a walker.
Think that
Like
you don't want to be around too many walk.
all of a sudden next time I see you, you show up here and you're just like,
You're like butterfly. What happened?
I'm like butterfly.
I'm like I went.
And you got pictures, like you can't even explain what happened to you, but I like looked through your phone and you got pictures from being at the No Kings movement, and now you
Now I'm
like
one of them.
you got shots there or something. What if they have like a little booth and they're giving out pokies
There
there?
probably are.
Because, dude, are these people getting boosters still?
I think so.
That's insane. Could you imagine?
That's what I said. I don't think they're being
What
led to their
round is it?
Kool-Aid drinking demise.
It's like this is round 15. Because I saw Peter Hotez. Peter Hotez
Oh,
came
he's
out.
so greasy and gross.
He is. He gets no chicks. He's married though. So
Oh.
and she's
Well, you
not.
know what my grandma always used to say? There's a Jack for every Jill.
Ah, that's so cute.
I know.
I can't believe Peter Hotez has a Jill, but he does. She's not hot, but hey, it's. But anyways, Peter Hotez came out and he was like, no, no, no. The way it's probably gonna roll out is you'll just go get another booster like once a month.
Oh, once a month?
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would go get a poke once a month?
The No Kings
They're
movement.
doing it. Wow.
Because that's extermination.
That's extermination.
If you're getting a poke once a month,
It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what it's for. That's not good.
6 months later, you're toast. Last point, and then we can end this one. But it makes me think about. Remember, you were telling me that if somebody's type O positive, and then the other person's type O negative, they'll give the mom a shot.
Yeah.
What if that's Kool-Aid, and the shot is giving you their evil pokey stuff?
Well, I think all pokey pokes are evil. So
So
I think
too.
that could be, and I think we're going to have to do a whole episode on the all that like blood type stuff because there's a whole rabbit hole there, a whole
We're
dark,
opening up a can of
bloody
worms.
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to go down that rabbit hole soon.
let's do that.
Yeah. Well, this was interesting.
This was good.
I kind of wonder like how long this whole thing is going to like last. You know what I mean? Like
What?
this whole No Kings movement. Like, is there going to be another rally like next weekend or what?
Well,
You know what I
you
mean?
saw how they went COVID, 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 COVID,
Yeah,
Ukraine.
yeah,
So the next thing will come along,
yeah.
and then this will be forgotten,
Right.
and then it'll be. I have a
Maybe
feeling.
maybe it'll be another like Me Too thing. It'll be like Me Three.
Yeah,
There's going to be like a Me Three movement.
they're they're gonna try to get rid of Trump through some kind of Me Too. Maybe that'll be
Yeah.
the next, because it's always
Mhm.
some talking point that's gonna come out, and then this will be completely forgotten.
Mhm. That's another white pill, actually. The
What?
the walkers have Dory syndrome.
They're doing.
They forget like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So like I think you're right. They're gonna move on to something new and that'll be the next thing, the next
Like,
trend.
if you go and you talk to a walker and you say, you remember Nancy Pelosi was talking about impeaching Trump for his inappropriate conversation with Zelensky, the president of Ukraine? They're gonna be like, huh? They don't remember
They
that.
don't remember it.
Like that's old data.
Yeah.
I've already erased that. I'm Dory. I'm in my 5 minutes. My 5 minutes now is no kings, no kings.
Yeah.
And they were totally wandering around. Like they were crossing against the light and shoving their signs in people's faces.
So actually some of them could have been eradicated just by being at these
I could have ran over a few of
Yeah.
them.
Sad.
You know what's funny is if you ran over like a big swath of them, the other ones would probably just be like still like.
They just like walk right over it.
Should we keep talking?
I think we've covered that.
That was good.
That was really
That was
good.
fun.
That was a fun one.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.